Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we'll discuss how to combine shoes and boots with traditional as well as contemporary office or business suits. If you wear a suit to work every day or for important meetings, sometimes it may seem that all the shoes you see are black or brown Oxfords. The utilization of office dress codes across the globe actually has enabled men to wear a much broader range of shoes and boots to the office. Switching up your footwear can really create an interesting and fresh take on your regular suit, especially if you also change up a few accessories. Traditionally, business suits were solids or subtly textured in navy, charcoal, or gray, but these days, in many offices, a business suit is any suit, meaning a matching jacket and pants. First, let's start by taking a look at the different shoe and boot options for business suits in general and what rules and details you have to pay attention to, followed by an in-depth look into different suit, boot, and shoe combinations. Of course, we cover the traditional ground, but also the more contemporary ground and anything in between. In general, business attire is a rather formal dress code, and as such, you need formal shoes. That means your shoes or boot should be all leather with leather soles. You absolutely don't want to wear any trainers or sneakers with your business suit, and also not these kind of Oxford sneaker combinations with thick rubber soles. Also, chunky, thick, double or triple leather soles are not appropriate for formal business suits, and neither are chunky rubber soles. It goes without saying that you should avoid any kind of contrasting materials such as spectators, either in leather, fabric, or maybe even cowhide. In terms of a last, you want something that is classic and elongated, maybe with a rounded toe or a chisel toe, but definitely no chunky, square-looking toe boxes. In terms of colors and finishes, a classic box calf in black or other darker colors such as oxblood or maybe chocolate brown are your best bet. Avoid any crocodile or stingray leathers or maybe elephant because they're too exotic and maybe you can pull them off if you're the boss. If you're not, it's not the best option. If your office is a bit more relaxed and you want to add a dash of color, maybe consider adding a pair of shoelaces in a different color because that really changes the look of your entire shoe combination. To learn how to combine shoes with different colored shoelaces, please check out this video here. In general, a shoe paired with formal business attire should cover the entire foot, which means no loafers with a deep cut vamp, for example. And when you wear a double-breasted suit, skip loafers altogether because they're too informal. If you live in a cold climate and you have a lot of snow in the winter, avoid wearing your really nice dress shoes directly to the office, maybe have them at the office or cover them up with rubber protectors, or maybe have a pair of lined winter boots that keep your feet toasty warm while heading to the office and then just switching into your nice dress shoes there. So in general, what are the footwear options you have for business suits? It all starts with the Oxford, of course, and Derbies. It doesn't matter if it's a cap toe, a semi-brook, quarter brook, or full brook, or a whole cut. These days, single and double monk strap shoes are also very office appropriate. In terms of boots, Chelsea boots, Balmoral boots, maybe even Jodhpur boots and button boots are all office appropriate. If you can just afford one pair of business dress shoes or boots, it should always be black. It's a gold standard for business attire, but when you put together a combination of footwear and a suit, you always want to opt for some element of contrast. For example, if you have a black suit, maybe have a pair of gray striped socks with your black shoes, otherwise it looks odd. On the other hand, if you have a navy, dark blue, medium gray or charcoal suit, the black shoe will provide enough of a contrast that you can just get socks that are matching the pants or something that's a little more contrasty and picks up a color of an accessory that you have, such as your shirt, your pocket square, or your tie. If you generally want to learn how to combine pants, socks, and shoes, please check out this in-depth guide here. If for some reason you're not a big fan of black, you can go with a dark chocolate brown. Sometimes in Italian it's called testa di modo, or a few shades lighter of a brown, which still work and look dark. Nothing too reddish or tannish. Personally, the favorite shoe and boot color for business suits is oxblood. Why? Because it's different than the typical black shoe, but it's dark enough to be taken seriously, yet it provides enough contrast to always be visible and visually interesting. As a general rule, keep in mind that a pair of dress shoes will always be a little more formal than a pair of boots when combined with a business suit. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. For example, take a look at black Balmoral boots. Sometimes they come with a suede insert in the same color, and formality-wise, they're about as formal as a pair of Capto Oxfords. They look really great with a stroller ensemble, which is technically not a suit because it's a black jacket with striped pants, but it has been a traditional staple in the formal office wear. To learn more about the stroller, check out our video about formal morning wear here. The other option for a stroller or anyone who loves vintage is a button boot. Oftentimes they come in contrasting leathers such as black and white, and while they're a little more flashy, they're traditionally considered to be office appropriate. Otherwise, let's say you have a dark brown Chelsea boot with a blue elastic insert that will always make your suit more casual and less formal. If that's too flashy for you, consider a chocolate-colored suede Chelsea boot because it has a rougher texture, which makes it a bit more casual, but in general in today's office environments, it's totally acceptable to wear, and it just adds a bit more character and individuality to your outfit. One way not to pay attention to yourself at the office is to avoid crazy socks, and if you want to learn more about that, please check out this video here. Alright, enough theory, let's dive right in and look at some outfits. Starting with the classic navy single-breasted suit. The classic business suit should have notched lapels and flap pockets, paired with a classic business tie like this red Prince of Wales check tie, silver cufflinks with a monkey fist knot by Fort Belvedere, and black Oxfords. You can't go wrong. In this pair of shoes, I opted for a bit of broguing on the capto, which makes it a quarter brogue. And to add a bit of contrast between the dark navy suit and my black shoes, I went with navy blue shadow striped socks from Fort Belvedere. If you want it to be even less formal, switch out the white linen pocket square for something printed in silk, get a bold tie like this green one from Hermes, and maybe switch up the Oxfords to a black pair of double monk strap shoes. Of course, interlaying a navy two-piece suit with different colored vests can make all the difference, even though the rest of the accessories, including the shoes, remain the same. Don't you agree? Now, if a dark navy suit is too formal for you, the next notch up would be a slightly lighter blue suit, which could be a dark blue or a very light shade of navy. Here you can see a nice dark blue suit from a Vitale Barberis Canonico fabric. It is double-breasted with peak lapels, and I'm wearing it with a Winchester shirt. It has a nice white tab collar and an orange-red tie, paired with a pocket square in a silk linen blend with a nice paisley pattern printed on it. It's orange and purple, but it works quite well with a tie, and the cufflinks are malachite and silver, and so is my pinky ring. My small boutonniere lightens things up, but you can always skip it in a business context. My light gray and blue socks break up the monotony between the shoes and my pants. If you want to wear the same suit, let's say in the summer, and you want to dress it a little more casually, you can do so without a problem. For example, just combine it with a shirt with a white or off-white, brown, yellow, and blue stripe, as well as a light blue tie with a large print. I added a yellow linen pocket square with a cross stitch, which is also from Fort Belvedere, paired with gold monkey fist cufflinks and a more tannish, light full brogue derby shoe. This entire ensemble looks very different, especially if you top it off with a Panama hat with a brown headband. Instead of going lighter with your suit shade, you can also add a subtle pattern, such as this faint window pane on a dark navy. It also relaxes the suit and the overall look. To make this navy suit with a faint window pane more visually interesting, I paired it with a white cloth collar, a red and blue two-tone knit tie, a white pocket square with blues cross-stitching, and red and silver carnelian cufflinks from Fort Belvedere. For this outfit, I chose a brownish red full brogue monk strap from Crockett & Jones as a combination, but I could have also worn something in a more oxblood, which would have worked maybe even better than this pair. Regardless of what shoes you choose, the red and blue shadow striped socks work well because they pick up the color of the knit tie as well as the overall theme of red and blue in the outfit. Another great business suit color is gray in solids or in stripes. Here I have a suit that has a subtle undertone of brown with a very faint reddish orangish stripe. Because of that, it's a little less formal than a solid gray suit, but it's still considered a business suit, especially since it's a three-piece suit with a double-breasted vest. When combined with a white shirt, white linen pocket square, and a small dotted red tie, it is a quintessential business outfit. Of course, I chose red carnelian cufflinks to go with it because of all the red, and I went with a half brook black Oxford. You can only see the burgundy and off-white cheddar striped socks that pick up the color of the tie. You lift the pant leg. Otherwise, it's just a very harmonious business combination without any pop of color. Now, let's look at that same suit by adding a blue tie with reddish tones and a pair of reddish-brown monk stripe shoes from Crockett & Jones. It really changes the look and makes it a little more casual. Yes, instead of the blue tie, you could always choose a bolder red tie. That would also be a bit more casual. Or you can come out in a suit with chocolate brown long wing derbies from Allen Edmonds. Note the aftermarket shoelaces, they're a little wider and burgundy and pick up these brown reddish tones from the suit. In combination with a bolder tie, a Winchester shirt with a white collar and gold cufflinks, it's a much more vibrant combination, even though you tone down the shoe color. Again, to learn more how you can change the look of your shoes and suits by just exchanging the shoelaces, check out this video here. Next up, let's look at this charcoal brown suit, which is in my opinion a very underrated business color. It's fantastic in my opinion because it's dark, just like a dark gray, yet the brown adds a certain element of warmth to it that is perfectly suited for today's business environments. Here I'm wearing it as a true three-piece suit with a double-breasted waistcoat, white shirt, and a gray and blue bow tie. The monk strap shoes I'm pairing it with have this beautiful brown patina that is gradually lighter and darker, and they just provide enough contrast to the suit so they're noticeable as shoes. Now, if I take the same suit and switch up the accessories, it has a very different look. For example, we switched the white shirt for a light blue shirt, the bow tie for a shantung silk tie in green, white, and purple, and add a purple and green meadow silk pocket square, the look is a lot more casual and relaxed. Now add an even more contrasting pair of tan monk strap shoes to the mix, and it almost looks like an entirely different suit. If that's too much for you, maybe you can get a light blue and white checked shirt with a tie in burgundy, yellow, and blue. And since the tan monk strap were really contrasting, you can go with more of a medium tan, which is still contrasting, but less in your face. Or for example, you add a dark burgundy meadow silk bow tie and oxblood colored shoes. Not as flashy, right? Now the striped navy suit is the quintessential power suit and has remained a staple in business or office wardrobes. For a formal outfit, of course, you want to wear it with a white pocket square and a white dress shirt with French cuffs. You pair it with a contrasting tie, such as this yellow one with a herringbone pattern from Hermes, and maybe a pair of navy socks with yellow stripes that pick up the yellow of the tie, and black Oxford shoes with a bit of broguing. You have a very classic business outfit. For a touch of a personal note, you can add a little boutonniere, but that may not be appropriate for all workplaces. For a perfect Gordon Gekko type look, maybe go with a Winchester shirt with a white collar and maybe light blue and white stripes. Add a bow tie, such as this orange one with printed motifs and blue and white, and then add black Oxfords to the mix. Whether they're captos, half brooks, or full brooks doesn't really matter as long as the color is black. If you want to take the same suit and make it a notch quieter, maybe skip the Winchester shirt, get a regular white shirt with a pocket square, a reddish tie, red cufflinks, and maybe oxblood shoes. That way you pick up the red tones in the tie, the cufflinks, and your navy and red shadow striped socks. Of course, instead of a white pocket square, you can also go with a burgundy silk blend pocket square in this outfit. If you want to dress down this suit even more, Try it with a chartreuse colored knit tie and a purple boutonniere. Also for the shirt, I chose a rounded white club collar and olive green shoes. So the addition of unusual colors into an outfit definitely makes it more casual. Of course, with such bold colors in an outfit, your cufflinks can also be a little bolder, so I chose a malachite pinky ring and cufflinks. Or alternatively, you could wear that same suit with a brownish printed tie, a burgundy polka dotted pocket square, and reddish brown monk strap shoes. Another classic business staple is the dark charcoal flannel suit, whether it's single-breasted or double-breasted. Paired with a red metal silk tie from Fort Belvedere, cufflinks, and black Oxfords, it is a very formal business outfit, particularly in the winter months, because the flannel texture is a bit more casual than a worsted. To learn more about these different fabric types, check out our flannel and worsted guides here. If you want to add a dash of color to an otherwise very conservative outfit, always consider your socks. Here I went with a turquoise and charcoal striped pair of shadow striped socks from Fort Belvedere. Now if you wanted to take that same suit and make it a bit more casual, keep the white shirt and the white pocket square, but add a two-tone white and brown knit tie, as well as brown chocolate-colored suede Chelsea boots that are not as high. Just like flannel, suede is a more casual texture, and because of that, those two work really well together. So if you have a flannel suit in a dark gray or a medium gray, always consider pairing it with either lighter, medium, or darker brown suede shoes or boots. It will always look the part. As I briefly mentioned before, boots will often help you to make a suit more casual. So if you don't work in a traditional or formal office environment, consider adding boots to your outfit, especially in brown. Again, ideally you want leather soles, not necessarily thick rubber soles. Here you can see this medium brown herringbone suit. It's paired with a lavender shirt and a madder Macclesfield Needs tie in blue, red, and buff tones. It's paired with a burgundy colored doeskin vest with gold buttons and a silk wool pocket square. It has a mohair color and burgundy tones, which works well with the rest of the outfit. I'm adding a pair of brown Jodhpur boots, which provide enough contrast and just fit in with that slightly more casual character of this suit. Now you can take that same suit and use a blue tweed vest and pair it with double-soled tan boots from Triggers, and maybe this navy blue rabbit pocket square. You have a very unique outfit, blue and brown. And if you want to learn how you can combine blue and brown in business outfits and other outfits otherwise, please check out this video here. Another cool suit for casual offices would be this medium gray flannel suit with a bold white or off-white window pane. Because it's such a bold suit pattern, you have to tone down the rest of your outfits and boots. Here that means white shirt, white pocket square, blue madder silk tie by Fort Belvedere, and paired with a pair of black Balmoral boots with a black suede insert, and I exchanged the laces with Fort Belvedere shoelaces in gray that pick up the color of the suit to provide some contrast and tie everything together. Last but not least, the red and silver cornelian cufflinks pick up the little red tones of the tie. Therefore, you tie everything together. Another cool relaxed office suit is this gray Donegal tweed. I'm wearing it with a light blue shirt, the same blue tweed vest, and a mottled pinkish silk knit tie from Fort Belvedere. Together with a burgundy and blue silk wool pocket square and blue suede boots, it's just a very unusual outfit that stands out from the rest of the crowd. If you're just starting out, I think blue suede boots are over the top, but if you're like me and you already have all the basics covered, experimenting with different colors and textures can be a lot of fun. Last but not least, one of my favorite casual suit looks, for example for casual Fridays in the winter, is this suit, which is a houndstooth of brown and off-white, but I'm pairing it with a turtleneck sweater in a medium brown that provides enough contrast. In combination with those mid-brown suede chukka boots, I have this nice blend of earthy tones that is casual and relaxed, yet more formal than, let's say, a regular dress shirt with chino slacks. In today's video, I'm wearing a very traditional business suit paired with a slightly more casual, bigger houndstooth barrette silk tie. I'm pairing it with a white shirt, a white pocket squares with red cross stitching that picks up the colors of my red tie. Instead of a classic black shoes, I opted for the black Balmoral boot with a suede insert and contrasting gray shoelaces that pick up the gray tones of my light gray and light blue socks. My cufflinks are rose gold monkey fist ones from Fort Belvedere that match the rose gold of my pinky ring.